Hello guys and welcome to the channel, Power Druid here. In today's video we're gonna be talking about an update to my Power Druid build for WvW Roaming. First, I really like this one and I am probably keeping it as one of my main builds. When I need to play Power, this is my choice. I don't like to play Soul Beast. I really love Druid and competitive and try to make it work in everything. I mean, we all know how broken be a Soul Beast is, but this build is really good. And it was suggested to me that I don't make a short update to the build, I actually make a full video again, so people don't have to go to the old one. So I don't tell them, go watch this one, but there is an update, you need to watch too. So I'm trying this new idea. I hope I don't sound repetitive to the people who already watched the previous build, but there will be a timestamp like always, so you can just skip ahead to specific things you want. Now, without further ado, let me tell you what happened before and why I changed the build. Or things in it, at least, I guess. Well, I was using exotic gear, and I feel like Druid always struggle with this. A single point make a difference. Like, everything, every little bit of a thing to it make a difference. So, I wanted a lot of precision, and I ended up using an armor of Assassin for having power, precision, measure, and ferocity. And it felt really hard to escape, and the toughness is low, the damage can be a little bit high, so I tried Rune of the Back and I didn't like it. I ended up with Rune of Speed to make my swiftness work as a super speed basically. So the old build, the downside in it, the damage is low. Druid damage is generally low if you play it power, not condition, and that make it tricky to win. So a lot of my damage come from like stationary style skills, like this one, when I need to stand still and hit, and then it start doing this field, and I can be getting like really hitted against this. I can be cleaved probably. And also natural conversion for Cesty Avatar, which work around me in an area of 360. So this caused a problem. For a start, I need to be able to take a hit and then reset myself after the hit and remove condition if they are on me. And that's what made me go with something like Speed Rune. And Speed Rune helped also with thieves. Now they can't catch you. The backstab and double Heart Seeker that some thieves do doesn't land if you have Speed Rune. You just have to do one dodge. Like, if you're moving and they missed the backstab or you did a dodge, they can't catch you. If they even catch you with one Heart Seeker, the second one will not land. Simply like that. You don't need to dodge it. But that caused, like I said, the damage to be low. I was already on exotic gear. I didn't have the stats that something like Rune of the Back give me. I had vitality and swiftness duration. Even power wasn't major, precision was a major thing. So, just it felt like a one trick. I mean, you saw how I play it, so it is still good, it is still effective, it is still the highest escape capability possible, but I don't play it anymore because that low damage. Anyway, this is the style I'm going with now. And since I got the legendary armor, I tried to tamper with gears, and this is why I came up with this update. So I use a full Diviner armor with Rune of the Back actually. It gives us the highest stat possible, power and precision to the highest, 175 and 125, and given us 15 boon duration, 1500, and it given us boon also to everything around us, which mean our pet, since we start the fight with him around us. If we get it, like if the fight's too long, then when you switch bit, or if you're close to your bit gonna get it. But anyway, you copy your boons to your bit with We Heal as 1. But if the boons on your bit, you will copy it from them with We Heal as 1. So you need to keep that in mind. And if you have Ascended or Legendary Armor, I would suggest Mighty or WvW Infusion for higher power and higher damage against Lords and Guards and stuff like this. You can in theory use healing to have a little bit of healing, but you don't need The only point of using healing is that it will lower the damage you take. But like I said, you don't need it, just goes power, everything. And my weapons are Knight, with power, precision, and toughness major. Both weapons. And the sigils, I use celerity, just like the old build, and I use strings. I just used something like accuracy in the last build, but I told people that should go with strings, and this is obvious. You just stack a lot of might, and with Diviner this might become a really big number. It is 10 seconds without anything, and with this number it become about 15 seconds. So the sigil alone can give you 15 might. And celerity, of course, with the knockback or the glyph, the days from Sisti Avatar skill 3 Lunar Impact. If you're on longbow, you will have quickness once every 20 seconds. So you can knock someone back and go the rapid fire immediately. So you lock them with Ancient Seed and just burst them. And for staff, I go with energy and cleansing. I know it's tempting to put another string sigil on it. So the auto attack of staff can give you beautiful amount of might. But I didn't feel like leaving energy nor cleansing or staff. Staff is mainly for an extra burst. If like the opponent have a projectile barrier or something, you can burst through it with quickness and stuff. You can do some tricks with it. But it is mainly to run away, to defend yourself. A projectile barrier, you can heal in, but usually you would be running away, not healing in it. Like a lot of tricks, mobbing people behind you like that. So it is mostly to run away, reposition, and start fighting again. So the might on it didn't feel this effective. I mean, of course it's great, but should you stop cleansing or should you lose the extra dodge? It's the loss in survivability didn't worth it. So that's simply why I don't go for it. If you think you can, you don't need the cleansing or you don't need the dodge, go for it, but I do not think you will. Anyway, now for my trinkets, I go with Cavalier Rings. You see, with toughness measure here and toughness measure on the weapon, I go to 1.5k toughness instead of only 1k. I'm stationary, like I explained on this skill. I'm stationary in natural conversion, and that makes me have to take a hit. If you secure and stump in an like 1v2 or a 3 by stability or something like that, then simply you will take some hits, which mean if you're so glassy, you can't handle it. We can't really secure ourselves. Like, yes, we can use this if we had it to secure a stump, but that means we secure ourselves from projectile. So you need the toughness. And it is not a one-shot soul beast, so you need to be capable to handle longer fight. And this is why I choose this. If you think you can go glassy, you can change your weapon and trinket for something like Marauder. I would suggest probably. I wouldn't suggest Zerker like in any beast anyway, but it is possible. It's okay. But you have a lot of healing anyway, so I'll go with Marauder probably. And my amulet is Diviner, my back Berserker Valkyrie, so this is Trinket, and this one is Marauder. It's what I have. I would usually go with full Marauder if I had different ones, but I think they are okay anyway. So that's it for the gear, that's the change. And this change make you feel your damage is actually doing something. Of course, you lose on escaping, comparing to the speed rune style that we used to do. That's really effective to go away, but you can still use two skills like with Sisti Avatar and this one. You still have some super speed, you still can run away, you still have your staff, and you have stability, which can be really effective. So like the downside is not as bad, but like this one didn't kill the old build or the old build is bad. It just this one felt generally and in most situations better. Now for the build itself, nothing really changed. We go with Beast Mastery, Wilderness Survival, and Druid. For Druid, we go with the standard. Cleansing on entering Sisti Avatar, Stealth and Super Speed on leaving Sisti Avatar, and Ancient Seed on disabled foes with 10-second cooldown. And Wilderness Survival is standard for Wilderness Knowledge, since we use two skills and we get one from trait, Muddy Terrain. Now they've given us 6 seconds of Fury instead of 4, and Cleanse 2 condition because we have high boon duration, as you saw here, close to 50%. So those skill now have a lower cooldown and giving us Fury. And we also have Refined Toxin, because these two are worthless, and it can help with making people heal for less, like the poison can at least be annoying to them. We're not a condition build, but we can still annoy them with poison. And Lesser Muddy Terrain to just when you're moving to cripple people or mob them behind you and slow them, and for also helping you with something like solo towers or keeps or stuff like this. And higher endurance regeneration. And we also have a lot of vigor, 15 seconds of vigor on a 24-second cooldown if you had to use it every time. And that allow for more and more dodges with the sigil of energy on weapon swap, on staff. It's just beautiful. In Beast Mastery, we have higher stats for our bit, higher damage, lower cooldown on skills for bits, and also increased ferocity and movement speed, which allows him to follow your opponent easier and land those skill which allows him to taunt your opponent. 5 target around the bit every 20 seconds if you use a skill from the skills, beast ability. This white circle that you see is where the taunt happen. And we go with command Timbering Soundness, so a skill like our healing, and this one giving us now swiftness and regeneration. And we have Fury from two-handed training for 4.5 seconds instead of 3 seconds, because we have boon duration again. So now we get Fury from this, and we get Fury from this. Every survivor skill, like our healing given us, this one given us, this one given us, and our lead given us a lot of Fury on it, just simply like that, 17 seconds, 9 seconds of stability, 17 seconds of swiftness, and we can stack might ourselves and our bit. So Fury and swiftness can be permanent and possibly even regeneration. And don't forget that our healing skill copies the boons from our bit to us, so it can even increase the duration more of a lot of skills, like it can increase our stability and stuff like that. You can see in theory go for better condition cleanse with this skill. Every time you bit swap, which is 15 seconds, you get quickness, super speed, fury, and you cleanse 2 conditions, which really beautiful. But the CC is more valuable, so I never go to this one. And we already have a lot of condition cleanse. This one is more powerful than condition druid in condition cleanse actually. See, you still have 2 survivor skills here, 1 here, so condition druid have 2 here and extra 1 here, but the staff also cleanses 3 conditions, and this avatar can be filled faster and used more loosely, which make Power Druid, if played right, feel stronger against condition in a way, yeah, at least in surviving, not necessarily in winning or whatever, in just surviving condition, it feels more effective sometimes. And you have huge range and you reposition a lot, so you don't take as much damage anyway from condition as condition druid. So now for our skills, we heal as 1 to copy boons from our bit to ourselves, and the boons that we already keep stacking to ourselves to our bit to do more damage. Something like Raggazal, especially this skill that hit like a truck, and Cold Lightning, which is the highest damage for a skill to a bit in the game, which can be really bursty to someone if you root them and hold them down perfectly. And we use Lightning Reflexes, which an extra dodge, remove and mobilize, get us out of harm's way or a cleave or whatever, and giving us vigor and fury and a low cooldown skill. It is a must. With all its downsides, this skill is still a must. And Quickening Zephyr for, of course, quickness for our damage. It is damage and survivability in one package. It cleanse condition, it gives you fury, super speed, and quickness. So if you're hitting someone, you have this quickness to go nuts. If you're running from someone, you cleanse the conditions they did on you, stump break, cleanse the condition, and move with super speed on you. They can't catch. The last one is Strength of the Back, which giving you insane stability, fury, swiftness, and regeneration, and you can go really nuts. You're unstoppable here. I mean, it doesn't lower the damage or anything, but you can get really strong. You hit rapid fire or this skill or whatever, few hits from your bit, and you heal, and you both have 25 might stacks. And you reset the stability this way also from the skill. And the fury itself is insane, 17 seconds. Now the last skill, however, is changeable. This is how I run it most of the time. I don't change that. The same style as Condition Druid, when you just daze people around you, one auto attack and you trigger anciency, just this catch style with multiple hits and a lot of daze is just beautiful. However, in large group, or if I use this with a Zerg, which is not a Zerging build obviously, but it is possible, or with large groups, I could go with Signet of Stone. Not only it will lower the damage on me because of the toughness, as you see how many toughness increased, 180, it will also give you every 40 seconds, 3 seconds of immunity to bar damage. With the stability and the amount of condition cleanse you can have, like from something like Sister Avatar, you can have few seconds when you are basically unkillable. So it is beautiful. The last choice, however, I don't go with this one. Some people like to use this signet, but honestly, this signet is just pure bad. It have few plays that actually useful, but 50-second cooldown for giving condition to your bit, which can be already dead anyway from a condition cleave or whatever, so the signet doesn't work. It's just unbelievably, wrong. This is how I can say it. Yeah, it is wrong. So the only choice we have left is this one. As Protect Me was the most thing I used with the previous one, because I was using Speed Rune, which means I needed a multiple level of swiftness, like many skills. If it gets removed or corrupted, I need to be able to regain it. So I had to use this skill. The only way to get it here is literally using this one. Like there's no other way to get swiftness. Even this one, give it to your bit. When you stealth and your bit get 15 seconds swiftness, but you need to copy it from your bit. So still the same skill. Unless you use your elite, and using your elite simply to gain swiftness is just, come on. I think it's obvious how wrong this can be. So I had to have Protect Me. So does that mean Protect Me is bad and I had to have it just because of that? No, Protect Me is good, and really good when you are stationary like this and you had to take some condition damage, because it will burn through the barrier and then you can cleanse it. It makes you really capable of handling some cleave. Unlike Signet of Stone, if you run with it, it will make you handle the power damage, but will not handle the condition, while Protect Me will take anything into the barrier. Not only that, it will give you regeneration, swiftness, and protection. 6 seconds of protection that can heal you because of rugged growth. This trait. So that means about almost 1k, close to 1k. And if you copy it to your bit also get protection. Just like that. So it is an extra nice thing, I guess. But it is a stun break that how people with you. So it's not only for you, it's with other people, but it's not a CC. And this is why I use Glyph of Equality. And it doesn't remove condition. While Glyph of Equality, if you're inside the avatar, will remove condition from other people around you too. So the multiple CC, like for 5 targets, and the cleanse inside the avatar is just too beautiful to miss, honestly. Now, for my bit choice, it's still the same, Ragazal and Jacaranda. And I explained in the previous video why I don't use Smoke Scale and why Smoke Scale does not work with this build. Smoke Scale is not good. Yeah, it is fancy to do the tricks of stealth and stuff. I know a lot of people do it. And I'm not saying they are wrong, like this one, and you just simply burst in it. No. Why do we do that? Like, honestly, what's the point now? So I can knock you back and go bursting? Well, I could have done that even when I'm not stealthed. I do that for running away. So this skill can get me away, but now I did it in my place here, so I can't run. Like it's completely pointless. If you're a soul beast, using Smoke Skill is probably the best choice, but using it as a druid is just a mistake. And Smoke Skill in itself does not have damage. Its damage is completely weak, unless you stack already the 25 stacks of might on it, so it can barely keep up. Like the full damage hit of Smoke Assault is 480. This skill doesn't hit, doesn't have a CC, doesn't do anything, unless you trigger Beastly Warden with it. So it just, I don't know what to say, it is just bad. Like maybe you can think about landing the blinds from the projectile finisher, but that's about it, honestly. So smoke scale actually good, but it doesn't work for this build. We need to kite with our staff like this, okay? So we can't waste this skill to a smoke field to simply gain a small stealth that completely pointless. We brain druid, we have a stealth on demand just by entering and leaving CC avatar. Cleansing condition from CC avatar, blinding people or gaining stability, and simply leaving. And now you have even stealth and super speed. And as I explained, we have huge part of our damage and CC coming from our pits. So we can't use smoke scale since it doesn't have damage. Look at this one, even the CC here have damage. And it is almost 3 times as high as smoke assault. This skill hit like a truck. It's about the same powerful as rapid fire. Of course, rapid fire I have ferocity and stuff, but this skill hits almost the same on a basic damage of power and on 6-second cooldown, 6.5. And Jacaranda is having 8-second cooldown to the highest bit damage in the game. So don't use smoke skill, please. If you're playing Soul Beasts, this is changed completely. If you're playing even Core Rangers, this is changed completely. Smoke scale would be the only source for stealth unless you're on longbow, because of leap from great swords and stuff like this. It's also it can force a dodge because of smoke scale. Smoke assault happen first and then take down immediately, which mean it is predictable, which is a bad, but people have to dodge it or simply walk with something like super speed or something like that. So it can be really useful. It gives you smoke assault on Soul Beast when you're merged, so it is beautiful bit to use with something like Soul Beast, but don't use it with this druid build. Let me get to food. I still use tropical peppermint cake. It helps Fantasy Avatar fast, and it is a really great source for tankiness, and it is incredibly cheap, so it is just beautiful. And I use it stably to increase my vitality. And I use combat quality tuning crystal, which you can get from this merchant that you purchase from World vs. World. Last tab, you can buy it with honor. Or you can get it from those boxes, skirmish chests that you get from Pips. You can choose canned food, and when you open the canned food, you get to choose 6 of it, which even lowers the price. It giving you 6 at the price of, if you spend honor, at the price of 5. Because if you choose honor, you get only 20, which means 5 food. If you get this one, you get 6 food. Now, obviously, this can be changed. It doesn't have to be the same food. You can go with the usually I go with this ascended if I want. 45 to all attributes was actually great because it is literally all. It's not like Celestial. It gives you concentration and expertise. And now you have a little bit of healing, a little bit of power, precision, ferocity, toughness, vitality. So every point you actually want. So this one is really strong and still giving you health every second with a ton of other effects that can be really useful. And you can of course switch like the strongest food in the game. You can go with the holographic cake. This one. It giving you health every second, but also it gives you 30% endurance regeneration. It is kinda broken. I don't want to tell people about it, but I have to, for just honesty anyway. But it is really broken. It is expensive. Someone like me can't use it. It's a burn. Look at my gold. Yeah, I don't need to tell you much. So I can't really use it, but feel free to use it. It's either the Ascended or this one. If you want to go cheap like me, you can get this one. It is really cheap. It's like nothing. Buy it from here and full stack is probably like 2 gold. So how do you play this build? Usually I start on a Gazelle. I like to start on a Gazelle, but you can start on either. And there is a problem to starting on either actually. It's not like this one is better because that, and this one is better because that. They both have their problems and advantage to start the fight on. But when the fight progresses, it doesn't become really a problem. For start is, if you start with something like the knockback, your Gazelle will just do another CC after that. The time is good, okay. But the real problem after that, if you want to land your CC before switching bits, this CC, like we said, become 2 because Warden, Beastly Warden, do a launch and then it trigger a taunt to every target around it. But when you switch to Jacaranda, you have to wait 20 seconds before using this one, or it's not a CC. It's only an immobilize. And if you have to use it immediately, then you would probably switch bits before it come back. If you use it immediately, then fine. Now you're gonna wait. When it come off cooldown, your CC will already be here. If you used both your bits like fast, like if you trigger this one and immediately switch bit, and you had like about 4 seconds to use it again, and then you can use it again. So this is a problem. If you start on Jacaranda, if you do the knockback, even if the start of the fight, let me show you how it will happen. This is gonna be a little bit funny. It called the lighting and the position it was in, not the position it ended. It is the skill that it start at the fight. And once you start an attack, no matter how fast you are, Jacaranda will always turn, do this skill at the location the target was in before it was knocked back. Since you trigger an ancient seed immediately after the knockback, that means your enemy will be out of Jacaranda's damage field. So should I sacrifice a little bit of CC or sacrifice the damage? Of course I choose to sacrifice the CC. And I need to bowl some dodges, some cooldown before I actually go that bursty with Jacaranda, so that's why I start with Ragazab. So usually I start with, of course, the rune of cooldown, the 30 seconds for boons, and my bit is next to me, so it will be in the area that it will apply its boon to. There's many ways to start this fight. You can start with a simple auto attack and then go with another skill. You can start immediately with the stealth. You know, when those rangers just immediately engage on each other with stealth, and who triggered it first got the stealth and then can burst the other. Yeah, you can do this. Or you can go with a knockback, which, well, usually I do it, not for a specific reason, probably to be able to have this on demand, to kite, not actually to start a burst. Like I said, what's the point? Now I stealth. It's not like I'm gonna one-shot you or maul with Sikkim like a soul beast. So I don't usually start with stealth unless it's help protect me from damage. Like I'm gonna attack someone who will stealth or who can land a one-shot that I want to avoid. But other than that, in 500 range, if I'm not against a ranger, probably I have the upper hand. So I'll start with auto attack or knockback immediately. Usually I start with knockback because it helps secure you even and force a cooldown, so it will land no matter what, or ball and evade. So I'll start like this. It triggers the boons around me and my bit. I can trigger another quickness, and now I'm getting some might, and I trigger the heal, so now both me and my bit have it. Just like that, I would be hitting. You can move to staff to secure yourself with a barrier or kiting, and always remember to dodge before move to staff because you will have an extra dodge from energy sigil. And then I can go with a knockback to trigger ancient seed and then go to Jacaranda, so it will call lightning on the target location that you already immobilized in. And I can go to this one, more quickness, go to rapid fire. Now I have more might and I can copy it. Try to avoid using stability unless it will really secure a kill for you, or you need it because a lot of CC, or to avoid it. Like, don't simply go for it for the might. Don't use this skill for just the might stacking. Think of this skill as a stability source, not a might source, because stability is more valuable. Now after landing this burst, you can go in for better management at this point. Like you would be hitting and stuff, you go to staff after a dodge at least, like we said. You can go to the avatar if you need to cleanse condition or whatever, this basic combo, and land natural conversion to the last tick. Because the last balls, final balls, as you see, it have a really high damage. So the days natural conversion will trigger a lot of immobilize. It will trigger ancient seed and the immobilize of the black hole effect. And you can also, after leaving or while still inside it, to cleanse with skill 2 in Celestial Avatar, and cleanse also with Glyph of Equality, or when you leave you can trigger another daze and probably get out using your staff or something. So that's basically the roundup idea on how to play this build. I would be leaving you with a little bit of footage, and I hope it will help better giving you an idea or to see the build in action. And I will also link my roaming video on it, and you will have the links to the old one, so you can choose for yourself if you want to play the old one. And more than that, on what counters this build and what actually weak and against it and what strong against it, stuff like this. So this build, for example, can give at least Condition Berserker a run for its money. Like, Condition Berserker is unkillable to my main build. I mean, if they are bad, maybe, but the main idea, they can rotate between skills that to some point it is broken. You can't kill them. It's not about skill at this point. There's nothing you can do. You would go between Reflect to Insane Burning to Daze, Confusion, Poison, Burning, Cripple, Weakness, Blind, every stupid condition at the same time, and they have really low cooldown that give your skills, makes them hard to really remove it. And if they're even running something like Viper or going really glassy, like a mix of power and condition, that make even the problem worse. And they still can have stability from traits and stuff. So your dazes and stuff doesn't work. They can simply move out or out of your mobilize, like warrior count or rangers anyway. Imagine a druid which they don't even care about this skill. Neither the elite one, Entangle, or this one. So Condition Berserker is disaster to fight on the my main build. It's unwinnable. This one doesn't struggle against it. In fact, it probably, let's say, it can beat it. Warrior is still a counter to Ranger in general. Don't take that wrong, but now you're really strong. You're really good at cleansing. Your damage is actually effective. You know when to stop, when to prevent him the heal from this heal skills that turn damage to healing. No, you can control the fight in a way. So that's one fight that actually can go way better. It can improve your odds in some fights or make it worse in other. Like, it depends on the build. Like Boon Beast is really hard to beat, but Second Beast can be shut down with this since they are really glassy. So it is kinda like situation dependent, but you will see that Warrior especially, it goes different in a way. And still against something like Spellbreaker or Core Warrior, you have stability, so the stupid CC builds that you can see sometimes that can use every skill for CC, honestly, like they run full physical and they cheese it. Well, it's up to them, everyone play what they love, but ArenaNet just gives them too much CC and stability on movement and stuff like this, so they counter you. They don't take your CC and they do every CC in the game to you. And they can catch you down easily with something like Hydromancy. So this one doesn't really care that much about this, but it depends on your skill. Since you're a little bit more glassy, a little bit more stationary, so you can be cleaved and bursted down easily. Warrior can have 25 stacks of might, you know. So when does it become worse? Well, you will have a lot of people tell you that Ranger counter Thief. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, for a condition droid, at least, if they say that, they don't know what they're talking about. Thief steal, which this tree that appear and make an area that cleanse condition. And they remove condition on board from sword 2 without a cooldown. They cleanse condition to themselves and everyone around them on the signet. And they remove condition on dodge. They get out of immobilize on dodge. So it's a problem. So the condition, even from the power build, like Ancient Seed, is irrelevant. Now, for the damage itself, this is not a second soul beast that can shut someone down with a burst. Like in a knockdown, you're dead. This is not even a soul beast. This is a Power Druid that I run with toughness. So Thief become, well, it feels like they have a little bit high sustain. And since we doesn't even use the speed rune, we can't run from them easily. So Thief become a really difficult to handle. For fights that feel about the same, or at least that have a little bit better chance, I would go something like Protection Hollow, since it's almost unkillable on condition because of how the amount of condition cleanse he have. But at least the power damage is, he can't cleanse. He still have too many blocks, he still have almost permanent protection, so it feels unkillable either way, or really hard to kill at least, but at least you have a chance with Power Druid. Some fights change, but doesn't really matter. Like Scourge, condition Scourge take long to kill actually on that build. Guardian take a long time to kill on that build, unless they're running insane cleanses, so they take higher time either way. And also Necromancer, Core Necro are easier to cleanse as build. Those Core Necromancer builds that actually really tanky and cleanses stupidly are easier to kill in this one than it is to kill on condition, since condition rangers just need to cannibalize on a mistake. And if it doesn't happen, the fight will go for half an hour and it will not end. So that's it for the video. Its position, its rotation, everything about it. Give it a shot. If you didn't, watch the roaming, judge it for yourself. It is a different style, not just over creeped like Soul Beast. It is really good and I like it for myself, and I'm keeping it to always use it if I need a power build for some reason, or I'm just want another style other than condition. So that's gonna be it for the video, guys. I'm gonna leave you with the footage and I will see you soon.
Gotta get it, no I gotta get it. Got the sun setting fast cause the winner always winning. And I'm so sick of class, always feeling like I'm in it. My mistakes never pass, going back to the beginning. I steal lies, that's my prize. And I'm not surprised, I really came to my side, cause they recognize that all I do is try. And I ain't gonna hide what I got inside. I'm a mind in a cast cause it's broke from the past. Good things never last, bad things get it past. Got scars on my back from the scratch in the past. If I got nothing left, then what's left shouldn't last. If a life's so vast, then we shouldn't waste that. Keep your head up, pick yourself off the mat. And you gotta fight back, make a name, make it fast. Make a change that'll last, and the pain's just a fad. Hold me down, I'll still make it. I won't be left out. A good time is waiting, and I'll make me proud. Just as time is fading, I'll look back and doubt that my time was wasted. Hold me down, I'll still make it. I won't be left out. A good time is waiting, and I'll make me proud. Just as time is fading, I'll look back and doubt that my time was wasted. To stay, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. The ticket man is to listen, man. Win a hand that you didn't plan. The vision can't give a better chance. And I land on my feet and stand up. Never gonna give up till my dream's real. Never gonna give up till I'm a big deal. Never gonna give up till I can heal others who are giving up in the real world. I don't wanna feel hate inside. I would rather try to live than die. I would rather tell the truth, not lie. That way I got nothing to hide. I ain't never gonna let me down. Would rather face fears than a less of me now. Staring back in the mirror like you could've been proud. Oh hell no, I'ma make it somehow. Hold me down, I'll still make it. I won't be left out. A good time is waiting, and I'll make me proud. Just as time is fading, I'll look back and doubt that my time was wasted. Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated. But that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated. But she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah. She's got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. rest. I heard you like to get away. I heard you like to stay out late. I heard you had a couple boyfriends. I heard they didn't treat you right. I heard you're hated by your girlfriends, 'cause all the guys want you tonight. Yeah, they say she's too hot, they say she's too cold. Where she came from, nobody really knows. They say she looks young, but say she acts old. From everything I've heard, she gets out of control. And all the boys say she was sent from the heavens, but I'm not too sure that this girl is a blessing. She's got the devil's eyes and they'll cut you like a weapon. She's stuck in my mind like a bad obsession. Got bad intentions. She got a body like a coffin. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. She's got a body like a coffin. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me feeling lonely. I want that body, baby, show me. Girl, you got me shook from the way your body looks. Got me riding hooks, got me feeling like a rook. I don't do it by the book, but for you I'll take a look. Don't know what your mama took, sweet and spicy like a cook, yeah. I'll keep it real, let's make a deal. Buy you a meal if you just let me feel. Get out your heels, grab on the wheel. Back to my place at the top of the hill. Don't have regrets, I know what's next. She need a fresh, I'll be back in a sec. Look at them legs, don't make me beg. Back to the room, let me show you my bed. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I could look at you all day, watch the way them hips sway. Love your body, so I pray, don't you dare take it away. Can't control what I say, lost my mind cause your frame. Hey girl, what's your name? Lit me up just like a flame. Body in motion, I feel the commotion, be on you like lotion. I'm honest and broken, I flow like the ocean. I feel you were chosen to fix me, I'm broken. My heart that you stolen, hey. Stay with me, play with me, lay with me. Hate to see when you leave, chemistry feels like it's destiny. I just want you laying next to me, and I really don't want you to ever leave. On your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back. them they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south.
Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back?